Bruh! Yo, okay, so 5RACHA is here. MAYFLY, if you want to use the actual name, but I'm just going to call him 5RACHA. I saw someone do that in the comments of a community post I did. I'm like, fuck, that is a good-ass name. You know, it's like 3RACHA, but, you know, the two others make it 5RACHA. Like, yeah. So if I say 5RACHA, I'm talking about MAYFLY. But basically, my dreams are coming true with Kingdom, because this is basically all I live for with Kingdom. I don't give a fuck who wins. I want the collabs, and that's what I love. But today, we're doing 5RACHA, because I'm so fucking hyped. I'm just going to go through. I'm going to give you guys my least two favorite verses on there, even though, just to make it clear, I love the whole fucking song, okay? Every part of it was so good. Like, overall, it's a song that if they ever came out with it on an actual audio and I could download it and listen to it, I'd listen to shit out of it. Instead, I just gotta accept what we have. And even though my dream is to have an actual collab album with these rappers and stuff, this is all I get. And I love it, even though it's all I get. So let me just appreciate this. And we're going to get into this. Here are my least two most favorites versus. If you want a full analysis, I'll do that if the official audio ever comes out. So I've been doing this intro a long ass time. Let me dive into this. And we're going to start off with Bangchan's verse. Yes, Bangchan was my least favorite. Unfortunately, I can't play it because it was on Mnet, and Mnet will strike my channel literally and just delete my channel if I use it. So you have to go watch the videos yourself. But Bangchan's verse was my least favorite. Two reasons. One, I don't like English, so that's why I listen to Korean rap. So English lyrics are always a lot harder to impress me with. But then number two, I just kind of felt out of place with Bangchan's rap. Other than the autotune in the chorus, which went really well in the hook. I thought the autotune was beautiful in the hook. Bangchan was great in the hook. But outside of the hook, I felt like the autotune kind of stuck out a lot. Like in the other group's song, in the Bobby and Hongjoong and Sunwoo song, all of them I'm pretty sure used autotune. Maybe not Sunwoo, but Bobby did a lot. And Hongjoong had an entire half of his verse with autotune. So it worked because they committed to it. But I just felt like Bangchan was the only one doing it, and it didn't really fit into the whole song with me. So yeah, but other than that, I thought him in the chorus was great. He writes some great ass hooks. I'm pretty sure he wrote this. I'm sure they all work together, but I think he was like the main leader, like he usually is. Could be wrong. Correct me in the comments. But yeah, so that's Bangchan, and I'm gonna talk about Hongjoong now. So Hongjoong, great sound. Of course, I just want to make this clear again. I loved the song. I loved each verses. It's not like I hate any of the verses. I'm going to tell you guys why it's not number one for me, though. I was left wanting more from Hongjoong, if that makes sense. I felt like his verse started off kind of quiet, and I was waiting for it to climax, and it never did. And I was just kind of like, oh, that's it? Oh. He hyped me up to get ready to be like, and then it just kind of ended. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's my whole thing with Hongjoong. Other than that, he was great. He has some great stage presence and everything. So next up, we have Minhyuk or Hutta from B2B. Now, this is a love-hate relationship for this verse. This was almost my top verse. It was really a struggle to put this number one. I will tell you the reason it's not number one is solely because, well, other than my love for the other two verses, that last line, we all bleed the same color. We all bleed the same color. I get what they're going for. It's like a really powerful phrase and everything. But like I said for Bangchan, I hate English. So just hearing him stop the verse and just go, yeah, we all bleed the same color. I was just kind of like, okay. I don't know. It kind of ruined the vibe for me. I know a lot of people loved that. So this is a really unpopular opinion, I think. But I did not like that. I would have liked it if they kind of like, I'm not gonna. I was about to do like my own version of it, which would not be a good idea because I can't rap or sing. But like, start off really quietly. It's just Minhyuk doing it, like we all bleed the same color, and then it starts getting more intense and more aggressive over the course of like the next 8 bars, and everyone else joins in, and then they all shout it together. I might have liked that a little more. In my head, that works. I don't know. I'm not a producer. Maybe it wouldn't work. But yeah. So that was my thing with that. But other than that, Minhyuk fucking went off. And I really hope Stray Kids fans, especially, because I know mostly Stray Kids fans watch my videos, kind of open their eyes, go into like some of Hutta's solo album, for example. Some great shit in there. And he really shows what he can do here, because he starts off with like this super quiet and they like legit cut the beat, and he comes in. It's just a beat on one. That's all it is. And he lines it up. He starts rapping on the third beat of the bar. And he lines up the cadence of his rap with the one beat. And I know he has in-ears to like have a metronome probably to make sure he's starting at the right time and everything. But still, it's super impressive. Because he's literally just rapping to whoop, boo. Like that's all he gets. Like not even the head bob. Like maybe in his head there's a head bob. But there's no actual like rhythm in the song, or there's no song to make sure he's lining up his words properly, but he does it, and it was so cool. And that was my most impressive thing from him. But he also starts it off with this climax that I was talking about with Hongjoong. Minhyuk does. He starts it off really soft, and he climaxes into that. We all bleed the same color, even though I think it climaxed a little before that, but still. He climaxed it, and it kind of reminded me of his rap in Mermaid. If you guys know that song, it's a Cube rap collab, I guess. It had a similar vibe to his rap in Mermaid, I think. Next up is number 2. As you guys know, I'm Changbin biased, so obviously it's not... Okay, just kidding. It's Changbin. Changbin's number 2 for me, mainly because this is the one of the few times I'm ever going to say this, but I felt it was too fast. Is that weird? Hear me out. When he came in the first half of this thing, it kind of felt like it was too much. But here's why I think it was too much, because he drops it back to 16th notes about halfway through, and he does a sexy 16th note flow. I'm just getting into like, oh, and then he speeds it up, and then I'm like, okay, there we go. But he just came like straight and like oh, I don't know. I love it at the same time, but like I love that Changbin does that. But at the same time, I felt like there could have been a better delivery for that first part. Not messy, but it tangled with the beat a bit too much for me, if that makes sense. It's really nitpicky, but that's the whole reason he's not number 1 and Jisung is. But I think that's the main reason. Like the one thing in his that wasn't like perfect was that for me. But the 16th note flow at like that halfway point, seriously, it's so good. The way he does that flow. Anyways, I love that. And then finally, number 1, my favorite verse from this collab song, MAYFLY or 5RACHA, was Jisung. Surprisingly, it's not Changbin. As a Changbin biased person, it wasn't Changbin. Jisung had some insane ass cadence and rhyme scheme in this shit. It's so cool. Like listen to it, listening for the rhyme scheme and stuff, and you will go like, holy shit, like Jisung legit like had that best verse. And it wasn't even because he was the fastest, which he was, by the way, but it's not even for that. Like, I mean, I do the fast rap series and everything, but that wasn't even the best part. It was the part before he started going super fast. Even the super fast part, I was like, hell yeah. I'm talking super fast. I'm just really hyped right now. But yeah, he rode the beat so fucking well throughout the whole thing. He had the perfect delivery out of everyone on this, in my opinion. Like, he fit that song so well. I don't know how anyone could fit that better. Like, I love Changbin's delivery 99% of the time, but this is the 1% of the time where I'm like, Jisung had a better delivery than Changbin, in my honest opinion. But yeah, so that's how I my favorites, least favorites of favorites verses on this song. But yeah, overall, I love the fucking song. My favorite hook was the Changbin and Hongjoong hook. Changbin has that more raspy voice. They fit together so well when they did that second hook. That was my favorite hook of the song. But overall, like the hooks are really well done. I thought that the Changbin's voice in the hook was so intense, and he kind of like led the way in the hooks, along with Bangchan's autotune. That autotune part in there, the contrast with Changbin, was also really cool. But overall, yeah, I really don't care about the performance. I know a lot of people might be like, oh yeah, they had these cool performances and stuff, but I'm not a huge performance person. I just like the raps. So yeah, let me know. I mean, if this ever comes out in official audio, I'll do like a breakdown of the analysis or something of it. We'll see. But for now, that's gonna do it. I will do another video for the Bobby, Sunwoo, and Young video if you guys want the next time. And yeah, let me know if that's cool with you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe, follow me on Twitch, link in the description if you enjoy me and want to talk with me about more Korean raps. And as always, K-pop and chill the safe way.
한국말로 화자니요 색하네요 스타일도 바꿨지 이제 내랑 비교 마시오 나 때문에 또 이런 거 처음 해보지요 영어 빼고 말해 내 피부 노란색 그래 앞에 번호 8이잖아 빨리 전화해 네가 아는 여자애들 싹 다 불러오는 밤은 불지를 거니까 폰을 꺼두기로 해